oats.
Here. Hey!
Little hay babies. Actually, these are oat babies. Pea babies. And then
Okay, let's stay over here, Caleb.
where's some alfalfa? Beautiful day. Finally. We have a really beautiful day this spring. It's been nice for us. It's been dry. And so from that aspect, it's been great planting weather. But it's been quite cool here in Michigan, at least in our part of Michigan. So planting, albeit when we've gotten it done, has been good. But it just has kept getting cold and cold. We get a few warm days and then we get cold days. So, but we're finally this week looking like we're really going to warm up and like spring is here officially. So, even though I have my hood up, it's actually because of the wind. It's not that cold out. But I wanted to come and show you guys our hay field right across the road. And I'm going to talk to you guys about what we see here. This field was planted on April 18th. We picked the rocks the same day as the rock montage was over on our other field, but we also picked these rocks on that day too. So we were kind of around doing all these things around the same time. But we planted that field on April 17th. We planted this one on the 18th. So I'm going to show you guys what we see, and I also have a video from this field and of these plants about a week ago. So you guys will get to see a little bit earlier, and then you'll get to see what it looks like today. And today is May 20th, so they're a little over a month. So I can't wait to show you guys what we're looking at. Okay, so just kind of looking around. I am not an expert. I'm going to start with that. I am actually learning too. So growing up, I didn't do a lot of stuff out in the field because I was relatively trustworthy enough where I could go and manage the cows at home. And my brother was a much better equipment driver than I was. So my dad always took my brother or my mom help because he had trained her already. And I sort of regret actually not learning more about this stuff. So keep in mind, I am also learning too. I am not the most knowledgeable, but maybe that's fun. We can all learn together. So last year, this field was corn. You can see some of the trash here. And these things are left in the field because they're good nitrogen. You know, it's just like composting. So that's why if you see some of that stuff, that's what that is. This field, we have 3 different things that are growing. And that'll be a little different that you may not normally see when people talk about hay. So what we did is, you can see right here on my finger, these little plants, these are actually alfalfa. That's what's going to stay here for 3-4 years that we're going to keep growing and using. But in addition to that, we also planted oats, which is a grass, and then we plant peas, which are similar to the peas that you think of when you eat peas, except they're not going to grow to actually head out. And what we call head out, meaning that it grows its seeds, it's not going to go to seed. We're going to take it off as a grass. So what does this do? Why do we do this? Great question. The reason why we do this is because, as you can see, the alfalfa is so little and it's so tiny. So when weather's a little unpredictable, like it was this spring, this might help offer a little cover. The grasses, they tend to grow a little faster too. So alfalfa grows quite slowly, But now that the weather's warm, I think the alfalfa is really going to pop up and it's going to come in fast, which will be good. The alfalfa is going to start popping out here out of this field here pretty quick, but we're not going to get a cutting of actual alfalfa. We're not going to get much for alfalfa. At least, maybe if we're lucky, it was good like August, September, we might get one cutting of actual alfalfa. So the grass allows us to be able to get a cutting of hay sooner. So this field isn't, it's growing something, but it's really not in commission for basically the first year. It doesn't really count. We're just trying to nurture the alfalfa to get it set for the next 3 growing seasons. So that's one of the hard things about alfalfa. So when we mix in some grass and some other stuff, that allows us to get some feed off of it for our heifers. So that's why we didn't just plant straight alfalfa. We'll see, 3 different plants in here. But everyone has said that they think it looks really good. We think it looks good. It's been growing really fast. The nice thing about grass and alfalfa is cold doesn't tend to perturb them as much usually. Once they wake up out of dormancy, they tend to be a little hardier, especially early in the spring. So that is our hayfield update. I think I'm gonna go walk back and look out at some of our cornfields and see, especially the one that was in the video that I posted last week about where I rode with my brother. It's called Plant, 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 Everybody. It's really embarrassing. I should probably do that. Anyway, I'll go back to that field and see what we have going on there. And I can show you guys, we are in the cornfield that we planted on, what did Eric say? May 12th, I believe. We'll see. Anyway, you look at it, you don't see anything other than some weeds, to be honest. So what happened after we planted this field is, okay, so, all right, there we go, against the wind. What happened was a cold front moved in and it got really cold, like down in the 20s for a couple nights. So even though we planted this corn, it probably sat dormant and didn't do anything. And it was also really dry, right? When we planted it. In the videos you can see the dust rolling. We'd been actually quite dry all spring, even though it hadn't been that warm. But after the cold front moved in and moved out, then we got a bunch of rain. If you guys are big into the news, Midland, Michigan, the dams breaking and flooding the city. We live about, I don't know, an hour, 20 minutes, an hour and a half from there. So close. My mom has a cousin who her family completely lost their house in it because they were on one of the lakes. But thankfully, that was not us. We were lucky and got kind of a perfect amount of rain, about total between, like the week, like 3 inches total. So it was kind of perfect. It was exactly the amount that we needed. So what I want to do is I want to go in and dig up and see if we can see whether these corn seeds have started germinating. Of course, my usual style, I didn't bring anything to dig anything up with, but let's do it. Okay, so I think this is where a row is. I'm sure my dad will be watching this on YouTube and my husband will be too, and they'll be like, oh my God, Ashley, what were you doing? Oh, here we go, we got one. So there we go, look at this. You can see the corn seed and it's, oh, look at it, look at that little baby. Oh, it's so cute. How awesome is that? So here we go. That is really cool. So as you can see, it's starting to germinate. The plant's starting to go on the top. Roots are starting to go down. So that is really cool. And it's gonna be, today's Wednesday, it's gonna be 67 today, and it's only gonna get warmer. This weekend is supposed to be darn near 80. So these are gonna pop out of the ground really fast. Everything's gonna germinate really fast, and things are really gonna happen. So I'm really excited to keep watching this field from the beginning. Last year I kind of did it, but I got on it a little late. I wasn't quite as on top of it, but this year I am on top of it. Okay, so let's put that little baby back to bed. So there we go. Let's look for another one just for shits and giggles. Oh crap, I probably shouldn't have said that. Can I say shit on YouTube? I don't know, we're gonna find out. As you can see, the ground is really nice and moist. Ooh, look, there's a ground worm doing the good stuff. Very important part of our field ecosystem are our worms. I should have another one here. They're only supposed to be like 5 inches apart. Like I was saying though, you can see that there's a lot of moisture, which is really nice. Oh, here's another one. I see it down there. Oh, yeah. Look, that one's coming up too. A little behind the other one, but not too shabby. So there we go. They're making things happen. So we have nice soil moisture now, and we get some warmth and some sun, and we're gonna be awesome. We're gonna be doing awesome. Our fields will be doing good. So that is our field update for May